You ever wonder if there's more than one location to find all the conditions that you could possibly be rated for? Stand by. Welcome back, everybody. Today we are going to talk again about the Veteran Benefits Knowledge Base, right? This website is awesome. Whoever put this together, thank you. Greatly appreciate it. It has a ton of valuable information, but there's a couple things that I want to go over today. One is the master condition list. This is the ultimate in all rateable conditions. But there's another part to this that you can get the link to from the Veterans Benefits Knowledge Base, and that's going to be pretty big stuff here. So let's just dive right into it. So as you can see, we are at the main page of the Veterans Benefits Knowledge Base, veteransbenefitskb.com. If you go over here to the left, Master Condition List, this are the alphabetical list of all the conditions listed within the rating schedule, as well as some common but not all analogous and equivalent conditions. Okay, master condition list, A through Z. So it's an alphabetical list. It tells you right here, for those of you who aren't necessarily as tech savvy, to help your search, you should use your search function, be it Control F for Windows, Command F for Mac, or however your mobile phone users search things, right? If you can't find your condition in this list, you should go through the schedules and look for a condition that has the closest symptoms to yours. That's a big deal, right? So what I want to do is I just want to go through here and look at one or two of these, okay? Let's look at acid reflux. This list is ginormous. So acid reflux, here you go. 7206, that is the code. That is the diagnosis code. That's the one you need, 7206. GERD. When your stomach contents leak out from your food pipe, condition must be documented by either a barium swallow, computerized tomography, or that word, esophagogastraba, whatever. I can't say that word. Scopy. Symptoms must be medically documented to be considered under this schedule. And then it tells you for a rating of 0, you don't have dailies, you don't have meds, nothing. 10% if there's a stricture that requires daily meds to control difficulty swallowing. And then 30% if the stricture causes difficulty swallowing that requires dilation, etc. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop back up to the top here. We're going to go back to the master condition list, and we're going to look at another one. Let's go down the list because I just want you to see a little bit about how big this list is. Let's go all the way down here. And let's go to panic attacks. Let's try panic attacks. That'll be fun. Look at that. Panic attacks is under remaining mental disorders, anxieties. You can see panic attacks would be here, 9412. It's an anxiety disorder, right? So what I would do in that case is I would go down, look through here to see what the ratings look like, how rater decides. Look at this, great information. How the rater decides. They decide based on CMP, DBQ, any nexus letters, buddy statements, personal statements, the supporting statements for your form. There's the form number, and you can get just about anything you need to off of this site. So you get 0% for the mental here, 10%, 30%, 50%, 70, and 100. And then that tells you common secondary conditions. This is almost invaluable at this point. Here's common secondary conditions to the panic attacks. You can get ED, IBS, GERD, sleep apnea, TMD or TMJ. Man, if you can connect those, you get all kinds of stuff. Then it talks a little bit more in detail about PTSD and stressors, hospitalizations. Listen, there's a lot to go off in here, right? But what I want to do is show you one more interesting piece. So you've gone in and you've looked this stuff up. Then you start thinking, well, I want to know what the true 38 CFR stuff is. So I'm going to go over here to Rating Schedule Index. When I go to the Rating Schedule Index, I go right down here and I start going, okay, here's the major systems, right? But I don't even have to get there. The VBA uses the Schedule for Rating Disabilities. A lot of people go out and they try and find this ECFR by doing a search. You can come right here, click on Schedule for Rating Disabilities, and bam, you're in 38 ECFR. This is really quick to get to, easy for you to go out and look and find the information you want. But we're also going to go down here and we're going to talk about mental disorders, because we just went through PTSD. It talks about presumptives, talks about, all kinds of interesting stuff that goes along with this. So there's all of your different anxiety disorders. There's your panic attack that we talked about a couple minutes ago. It just dives into the information really well. So I think it's worth going out and looking at. Not only can you get to the 38 CFR, but the M21 TAC 1, which is the procedures manual for the VA. This can be cumbersome to look through. Maybe one day I'll get around to making a video where I can make heads from tails on this thing, but a lot of good information in there. If you're not a data geek, if you're not a searcher, this is going to be more complicated for you to dive into, but it's possible to go in and dive into things. When you think about exams, let's just go to exams. Okay, well, exams in support of claims. No articles available. The sufficiency of exams. Oh, there's the sufficiency of exams. So we can pop into the sufficiency, as in, are they sufficient for making the criteria. Psychological exams goes right along with what we were talking about, which was the anxiety and panic attacks. And then you can look here and say, hey, the CMP exams have to be these people. It just gives you a little background information. Some of this is just, it's fluff. It's all of the background stuff, but there's a couple things in here like pension, DIC, the rating process over here, the rating process, complete rating decisions, generating the rating document. It tells them how to do their job, which tells you how they're going to do their job. Again, you have to be a data geek to want to dive into the M21 TAC 1. I suggest it if you love reading, if you love finding things and searching for stuff, it works out really well. But the 38 CFR, I think we preach that. Everybody that's worth their name in dirt on the on YouTube that talks about veterans benefits will tell you the 38 CFR is the key, right? So check out the links in the description below. Veterans Knowledge Base is awesome, and let's take care of one another. See ya.